If you are driving on UK roads right now, stop what you are doing and pay close attention, because what the DVLA has just confirmed could affect your license, your insurance, and your wallet starting today. This is not a rumor. This is not speculation. These are real, confirmed changes rolling out across the United Kingdom right now, and if you are not aware of them, you could face fines of up to £1,000, points on your license, or even a suspended driving entitlement. Millions of drivers across England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are already being impacted, and the window to act is rapidly closing. So stay with me until the very end of this video, because every single point I am about to share with you matters, and one of them in particular could affect you immediately. Let us start with what is happening right now with your driving license, because this is where the urgency is the highest. The DVLA has introduced an automated verification check system that links directly to insurance databases. If your photocard driving license is more than 10 years old, your insurance could be technically invalidated if you are involved in an accident. Read that again. Your insurance invalidated. Not because you did anything wrong on the road, but simply because you failed to renew a card that expired and you may not have even noticed. The DVLA estimates that over 2 million drivers are currently on the road with expired license cards, many of them completely unaware. That could be you. That could be your partner, your parent, your friend who has been driving for decades and never thought to check. Here is what you need to do right now. Turn your photocard license over and look at the front. Find the box labeled 4B. That date is your license expiry date. If that date has already passed or is coming up very soon, you need to renew it immediately. Failing to renew can result in a fine of up to £1,000 under Section 99 of the Road Traffic Act 1988. Do not let that happen to you over something as simple as a renewal you forgot about. Now let us talk about the digital driving license, because this is one of the biggest structural changes to how driving works in the UK in a generation. The DVLA has confirmed the full nationwide rollout of the digital driving license, accessible via the official gov.uk wallet app. This digital version of your traditional photocard license allows you to store and present your credentials instantly on your smartphone, and police officers equipped with scanning technology can verify your details in seconds. No more scrambling through your wallet at a roadside stop. No more worrying that you left your license at home. But here is the part that most people are missing. The digital license is not just a convenience tool. It is also a compliance tool. The system is designed to keep your address, your medical information, and your entitlements updated in real time. And the DVLA has made it crystal clear that failing to keep your details accurate could lead to fines or enforcement problems. If you moved house in the last year and did not update your address on your license, you are already in breach. The fine for failing to notify the DVLA of an address change is up to £1,000. That is not a typo. £1,000 for an address change you forgot to make. Go to the gov.uk wallet app right now, or visit the official DVLA portal and make sure every single detail on your license is correct. Your name, your address, your medical conditions if applicable. Do it today. Do not wait until tomorrow. Now let us move on to something that is going to affect older drivers in a very significant way, and if you are over the age of 70, or if you have a parent or grandparent who is still driving, please listen very carefully to this section. The DVLA has confirmed stricter medical and eyesight standards for drivers renewing their licenses, particularly for those aged 70 and above. The days of simply ticking a box on a self-declaration form to confirm you are fit to drive are over. The new process includes far more detailed questions about physical and mental health conditions, including diabetes, epilepsy, and heart conditions. Vision checks are now being given much greater emphasis. If you cannot read a standard number plate from 20 meters away, with or without corrective lenses, your license renewal could be refused on the spot. And it goes further than that. Police officers now have new powers to conduct immediate eyesight checks during any traffic stop. An officer can ask you to read a number plate from 20 meters at any time, anywhere on the road. If you fail, an instant digital suspension can be relayed directly to the DVLA. There is no grace period. There is no warning. This is zero tolerance, effective now. If you wear glasses or contact lenses while driving, make absolutely sure you have them with you every single time you get behind the wheel. If you have not had an eye test recently, book one this week. Do not put it off. The consequences of failing a roadside eyesight check are immediate and severe. For drivers who obtained their license before 1997, there is another layer to this that you absolutely must know about. Pre-1997 license holders who are approaching or over 70 may lose their entitlement to drive larger vehicles, including minibuses in the category C1 and D1 classes. These entitlements, which were once automatic, now require a fitness to retain evaluation. This means triennial DVLA medicals covering cognitive ability, physical health, and reaction tests. If you are a community driver, a volunteer, someone who drives for a scout group, a church, or any kind of community organization, you need to check your license entitlements right now and find out if this applies to you. Now let us talk about what is happening with ANPR cameras, because this is something that is catching thousands of drivers off guard every single week. The UK is rolling out an upgraded network of automatic number plate recognition cameras across all major roads and motorways. These cameras are faster, sharper, and more deeply integrated with DVLA databases than ever before. They can detect in real time whether your vehicle tax is up to date, whether your MOT is valid, whether your insurance is active, and whether your registration details match official records. If any of those things are out of order, you can receive a fine without ever being stopped by a police officer. The camera does the work automatically. This is particularly relevant right now because the DVLA is also cracking down on illegal number plates. Officers are specifically targeting plates with illegal spacing, where letters are moved around to form words, plates with carbon effect or honeycomb backgrounds, and any plate that appears smoked or darkened. Each of these violations carries a fine of £100, and the ANPR cameras can flag them automatically. Check your plates today. If there is anything unusual or customized about them, check whether they are fully compliant with the British Standard BSAU 145E. Let us now talk about what is changing for learner drivers and anyone currently going through the process of getting their license, because the system has been fundamentally reformed. From spring 2026, driving instructors are no longer permitted to book driving tests on behalf of their pupils. Every learner driver must now book their own test independently through the official gov.uk portal. This change was introduced to stop the misuse of the booking system by bots and third parties who were snapping up test slots and reselling them. Additionally, learner drivers are now limited to only 2 changes per test booking. Any further change beyond the 2 allowed means a full cancellation and rebooking, and you will need to give at least 10 full working days notice if you want a refund. If you are currently in the process of learning to drive, or if your child is, make sure you understand these new rules before you book anything. The theory test has also been updated. New questions on cardiopulmonary resuscitation, what most people call CPR, and the use of automated external defibrillators have been added. The goal is to ensure that every new driver coming onto UK roads has at least a basic understanding of how to respond in a medical emergency. This is a positive change, but it means the theory test is harder than it was, and learners need to update their revision materials accordingly. Now let us talk about money, because several of these changes are going to hit drivers directly in the pocket. From April 2026, electric vehicle owners are now required to pay vehicle excise duty of £195 per year from the second year their car is on the road. EVs are no longer exempt from road tax. Additionally, the threshold for the expensive car supplement, also known as the luxury car tax, has moved from £40,000 to £50,000, meaning slightly fewer drivers will be caught by it, but those with vehicles above that threshold will still face higher annual charges. For petrol and diesel drivers, fuel duty is set to rise from September 2026. The 5 pence per litre cut that has been in place for years is being phased out, which means higher prices at the pump are coming. If you drive regularly for work or you cover long distances, now is the time to start thinking about how that will affect your monthly costs. Company car drivers also need to take note. Benefit-in-kind rates for electric company cars are rising from 3% to 4% for the current tax year, with further increases planned in the years ahead. While electric company cars remain more tax efficient than petrol or diesel alternatives, the gap is narrowing, and you should speak to your employer or accountant about how this affects your take-home pay. And for anyone who uses their vehicle for professional haulage or logistics, the DVLA and DVSA have now linked their databases for Certificate of Professional Competence checks. If you are a professional driver operating without a valid CPC after the confirmed deadline, your vocational entitlement will be suspended instantly on the DVLA system. This is not something that plays out over weeks. It happens immediately. If you work in transport or logistics, check your CPC status today. One more thing before we wrap up, and this is something that DVLA themselves have flagged as an urgent warning. There are copycat websites operating right now that are charging drivers for services that are completely free through the official government portal. These sites look legitimate. They use official-sounding names and branding. But they are not the DVLA. They will take your money and potentially your personal data. Always go directly to gov.uk for anything related to your driving license, vehicle tax, or MOT. Never pay a third-party website for a service you can get for free from the government directly. So let us bring this all together with a simple action list that you can follow today. Check your photocard license expiry date in box for B right now. Update your address and personal details on the DVLA portal if anything has changed. Download the gov.uk wallet app and register for your digital driving license. Book an eye test if you have not had one recently, especially if you are over 60. Check your vehicle tax, MOT, and insurance are all current and valid. Inspect your number plates for any illegal modifications. If you are a professional driver, verify your CPC is up to date. If you are a learner, understand the new booking rules before you book your test. None of these things take long. But ignoring them could cost you hundreds or even thousands of pounds, your license, and in the most serious cases, your livelihood. The DVLA has made it clear that ignorance is not an excuse. The laws are confirmed. The enforcement is active. The cameras are running. The only question is whether you are ready. Do not wait. Act within 24 hours. Your license depends on it. If this video helped you understand what is coming and what you need to do, please give it a thumbs up right now. It genuinely helps more UK drivers find this information before it is too late. And if you are not already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you never miss an urgent update like this one. I cover UK driving laws, DVLA alerts, motoring news, and money-saving tips for drivers every single week, and this community is the best place to stay one step ahead. Subscribe to my channel today and join thousands of drivers who are already staying informed, staying legal, and staying safe on UK roads. I will see you in the next one.